In this video, we're going to use the slope formula to prove that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram given its coordinates. All right, so here's our quadrilateral, and we've got the coordinates there. And so in order to prove that the opposite sides are parallel, we're going to calculate the slopes. All right, so the slope of AB, so our slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And those are my 2 points. So how do I stick them into this formula? Well, here are my y coordinates, the second ones, and the first coordinates are my x coordinates, and this will be my first point, and this will be my second point. So y2 is 2, y1 is 1, x2 is 8, and x1 is 3. So calculating that out, that gives us a slope of 1 over 5. Let's do the same thing with CD. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And this time, we can do the subtraction in either order. We don't have to say 5 minus 6. We can say 6 minus 5 if we like. So it'll be a positive number, but we need to make sure if we do 6 minus 5 that we do 10 minus 5 in the denominator. We can't be going one direction in the numerator and the other direction in the denominator. So that's 6 minus 5 over 10 minus 5, which is 1/5. All right. So what do these calculations do that help us talk about whether these sides are parallel? Well, these two slopes are equal. The slopes are equal. And we know that equal slopes indicate that AB is parallel to CD. All right. Is that enough information for us to conclude that this is a parallelogram? Not yet. We've shown that one pair of sides are parallel. So we've shown that this is a trapezoid. But to show that it's a parallelogram, we need to show that the left and right sides are parallel as well. So we also need to calculate the slope of AD and the slope of BC. Pause the video and calculate those slopes from these coordinates and see what results you come up with when you do that. All right, it's going to be the same deal. Slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2, in this case, is the y values is 5 minus 1 over the difference in the x values, which is 5 minus 3. 5 minus 1 is 4. 5 minus 3 is 2. We can simplify 4 over 2 as just 2, or 2 over 1 if we like. And the slope of BC, we're going to do the same trick. Notice that I am not so protective of my ink that I don't mind writing out the original formula every time. I'm reminding myself this is the slope formula. The more I write this down, the easier it is for me to memorize it. The difference between the y coordinates of B and C is 6 minus 2. And doing the x coordinates in the same direction is 10 minus 8. Once again, that's 4 over 2, which is equal to 2. And again, going step by step, those slopes are equal, which is enough information for us to know that AD is parallel to BC. Is that enough information for us to know that this is a parallelogram? Yes. Now we know that two pairs of sides are parallel. And so we can say, therefore, that ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, so that gives you an idea of how we can show that a figure is a parallelogram given the coordinates of its 4 points by using the slope formula. Okay, in the next video, we will see the same thing, except we will prove that's a parallelogram using the distance formula and see how it's different.